Okay, my oh, everything is all mixed up. My audio was all kinds of weird. It still might be, I'm not sure. Going live early like really confused me or something. I know I forgot something. Let's see. Let's see. Hi Shadow and Vince and Kirill. Hope you guys are doing all right. We've got a movie screening to go to this evening, so I wanted to go live early because I didn't want to skip. Here's what I got going on. Oh, I got you guys so zoomed in here. Okay, so hold on, I don't want to see that myself. Okay, good enough. This is page 2. Another venture into Pennyland. So this page, basically I just need to finish drawing. This is the only dime in this whole sequence. This is what he's been looking for in a sea of pennies. So I have to make a nice dime here and pennies, at least enough to make them kind of different. In color, it's going to be more obvious. So yeah, look at that. Stacks and stacks of coins. They're collector's items, the pennies. So, okay. Here is the thing that I've been working on last week and the week before, I guess. The grump lost in Tatooine. It's done. I finished it. There it is. Ta-da! I was super worried about the suns, like the double Tatooine sun. I was thinking if I should get that watercolor kind of, I can never remember the name. It's like liquid frisk. That's not what it's called. It's like some sort of paint that's plasticky, and you can peel it off and it protects the paper so your colors will avoid it. Like the paper will stay white and you can paint over it. Then hopefully it peels off nicely. I didn't use that though, I didn't have any. So I just kind of carefully went around with water first. And then I just kind of let it bloom through. So yeah, look at him. There he is. Forever lost. He's the shock trooper. So, good job, me. I was in here for a while. Quality. You see that? Nice. The beast says, your dude needs sleep. He does. Your audio is good. Thank you very much. Yeah, I was looking at I still see the desktop audio bars, just keeping time to the music. I don't know why, but it shouldn't be. Yeah, it doesn't matter. It sounds good. It sounds good. Yeah, he does need sleep. That's the thing I like about him. He's creepy cute, you know, something's up with him, but who knows? He's just kind of going about his business. So, speaking of going about his business, I've showed you guys this before, but that's him going through his coins. He's like, look, over there. And then page 2, he's like, oh, it's right here. Ding, ding. So in color, I'm going to have the light kind of shining and adding a little pink. Not pink, but like a glimmer, a sheen, a twinkle. So then this toothbrush that for some reason I was super interested in making like the best toothbrush I could possibly draw. It's gonna serve as like a little marker for orienting us from the camera movement, because there's that toothbrush. So we can assume that Grump is standing here, and then Captain's kind of returning from this spot. And then he just ties everything, I guess, on one of these stacks of pennies that are looking like they're gonna fall off a cliff or something. So yeah, let's see. Scooch you over here. All right. So let's see. The other day we saw another screening. It was send help. I wonder if, let's see. Rachel McAdams, I think, was the name of the star. And who's that crazy director? Sam Raimi. He was the director. Okay. Everything's under control. And he was there. He did a Q&A after. These screenings are so much fun. So I don't know what we're gonna see today. This is kind of the fun part for me, is that Joel will pick something and I just go like having no idea what's about to unfold. So, okay, let's see. What's a good thing to finish right now? Probably the dime might be fun. Where's my reference dime? There he is. It's like, let's see. Here we go. A torch and two botanical things on the side, and then words. I was thinking of obscuring the words, except for one dime. I want that to be legible, but it doesn't have to be United States of America, because it's like Grump Land or something. This little grumpy guy. So I could kind of just try to do the same thing I did with this page, where all these coins, you could read 1 cent, but everything else is just kind of like nothing, smudged out. Some coins came out better than others, and I'm okay with that. All right, so dime it is. They even gave us a bucket hat at the theater. It's like some beigey, khaki colored bucket hat, and it's embroidered with send help. Yeah, let's get that thing going. And a mini poster too. I don't know where it went though. Okay. I've been using the heck out of this tiny little eraser. I really shouldn't. I should be using this one, because this is just a really small piece. That's all that's there. But it's just too handy. Okay, here I go. Also, I fixed my frame rate. I noticed that my hand was looking kind of jittery, like it's still not great, but I keep knocking something, so it's 30 frames, which is good. That's the right amount of frames. It's always something. Oh yeah. Let's see. Let me swing this around. Okay. There we go. The more I try to do, the harder it gets. You go here, you go here. All right. You guys will have to tell me if something's amiss. We're drawing. Gotta get this adventure underfoot. Grump's birthday is February 9th. He's not young. He's way older than his permanent 9 years. It's like the Bart Simpson thing. A lot of cartoon things where they don't really age. I've seen it work well going in both directions. Simpsons, it works well. They kept them young and I liked it. What else? I think Adventure Time, they stayed the same age, right? I don't know how old Finn and Jake were. The Adventure Brothers, they aged up a little bit, a tiny bit. Maybe not, maybe it was just character development, not so much aging up. And the band Gorillas, they're aging like in real time. It's so fun to see. Noodle, she's like all grown up now. Finn went from 13 to 17, the whole series. Thank you so much. Is that true? That's a nice little gap there. Not gap, but progression. Yeah, I don't remember how old Noodle was in Gorillas. The guitarist, she's a little girl when they started, and now she's like grown. Okay, let's see. Reference. Yeah, I didn't know anything about Send Help when we sat in the theater. There is a billboard by our apartment, and it looked like some sort of like slasher kind of, I don't know what. But I was trying to ignore it because that's kind of the fun, unique thing to get into a theater not knowing what you're about to see. Okay. I guess these little pieces are so like vertically oriented and narrow that maybe I'm hoping I can get away with not squishing them too much for the perspective that this dime is in. If I never see another ellipse tool, it'll be too soon. This thing. And then for a half second I was like, it goes from 15 degrees to 30 degrees. I need like what's halfway between that? 15, 23, 22? Something? So then what did I end up doing? I went to the computer and asked the computer for help. Do I have it here? I think, oh, here it is. So I scanned my page, and in Photoshop I was trying to like make the right size ellipses, the in-between sizes, and then I lightboxed those back on the page. Plastic cheese grater, that works. Hey Chris, how are you? Plastic cheese grater for, was that what the this looks like with all these little ellipses? Don't grate cheese on my coins. These are quality coins, kiddo. How have you been, Chris? Okay. There we go. All right. Hybrid! Rolling in. Little guys. Little pandas. How you doing, Hybrid? I'm gonna art real hard here. So then let's see. These are kind of heavy duty pages. Just it's such a weird theme. And it's not like I'm pulling reference from just nature or something just to try to make sense of how I can convey this area that's like doesn't really make any sense. A little fantasy kind of thing. So I was just thinking of all the other pages in this book. And hold on. I feel like I should leave some lines here just so things don't get off the rail. There's a festival. And as I'm thinking about what this festival looks like, my mind goes to things that I've seen, obviously, right? And then I start thinking of kind of, I don't know, accurate depictions of a kind of festival, but not like fantastical. I kind of want to go fantastical. So then I was like, well, what's a fantastical festival? So there's some weird over-the-top music festivals that I can mash that together with there's this part in Cyberpunk that I like. I would take the train. I'm such a weirdo, taking the trains in the video game just to take the train. They were so neat though. And then there was this one where you'd go through this area that had like rainbow lights or something. Not super rainbow, it wasn't like, you know, psychedelic, but I want to do something like that entering into this festival. But how does it make sense? Like, how do I get them on that? Aren't they already there? Didn't they get it right there? How far away is this place? All these questions. Well, I got time, apparently. Well, less than I think. But, it's fun to invent things, I guess, is my point. From my own brain. And from nature. The basal salt cavern things, that's where I'm like pulling from all this. Basalt? I don't know. I've already forgotten. That's my memory. Okay, let's see. Trying to cover up so I don't smear so much. Do you guys go to movies anymore? We seem to be seeing more movies than ever since we got these like these are free screenings we go to, but we pay for a year membership, so we get priority seating, kind of. It's not that priority, but it kind of helps when there's a really popular thing coming out. But we probably used to see like one movie a year, and now we end up going to a bunch, so it's kind of fun. Not since 2020, says Chris. Do you remember the last movie you saw in theaters? Yeah, Send Help was really fun to see in the theaters. It's the kind of movie where outrageous stuff happens, so you get a lot of crowded responses. That is obviously not going to happen when you're by yourself watching it. So if you like that kind of stuff, then see it in the theater. I could have sworn I saw something on the title card before the movie that it was in 3D too, the Send Help movie. And there's some scenes where I would be like, whoa, that would have been right in my face, I guess. Okay. Okay, this goes. These are like the same, but one has frillies and the other one doesn't. Don't remember the specifics. Something from Marvel, says Chris. Yeah, that was a pretty crazy time for comic book movies. It's calming down a bit. It's weird. Been a long time, says Shadow. You too. The comic book movies are taking the same path as comic books did, where it's like there's a boom, and then you realize that they keep just telling the same story, not kind of the same story, the exact same story. Like Batman, his parents get shot in an alley, and they just keep showing that same movie over and over again. Spider-Man, he gets bit by a spider, the same movie, except for Spider-Verse stuff. That was kind of interesting, but then they try to make worlds, universes, so it's not all Batman or Spider-Man. It's like adjacent. Batman adjacent, Spider-Man's friends, I don't know. And now all kinds of content is trying to do the world building thing. Like, this isn't Game of Thrones, but it's in that world. I feel like the studios don't have any confidence that they'd be able to sell a new, unheard of original idea unless they have like Leonardo DiCaprio or something as a star. So a lot of interest in making comics again, though. Writers. I always wondered, because at conventions, artists and inkers and colorists all had a portfolio of pictures to show anybody and everybody, whoever wanted to see them. Look at these pictures that you can see at a glance how good they were if you wanted to hire them. But if you're a writer and you're going around trying to, you know, read this thing that I wrote, it's like, wow, who's got that time? It must be really hard for writers, like new writers, to get someone to read something. And I'm thinking those guys and girls are instead trying to do comics, so that way people will see the full story, and it might be a little easier to have somebody nose around into a comic rather than some printed out stapled script thing. Okay, this doesn't have to be the exact same. This is a different land, but kind of still a dime. The concept of the denominations need to be recognizable, or else it doesn't make sense what he's trying to do. Okay, are we happy with this? Trying to remember if I've seen anything in the theater since The Last Jedi. The Last Jedi. What year was that? Last movie in theaters, the second. Puss in Boots, really? Oh, that's really cute. That was a long time ago, right? You know what was really good? I didn't see this in the theaters. Predator Badlands? I think that's what it's called. It was adorable. It was like cutest Predator movie ever. When it started, I was like, ah, all right. Because it felt like Klingon battle, like, and they're all like squaring off, like, you're not strong enough, I can overpower you, but in their gruff language. I'm like, all right, everything can't be for me, I guess. I'll just go to sleep early. And by the end, I was like, this is so cute. I need the t-shirt. 2017. That was a good chunk of time, Shadow. Seen FNAF 2 in January. I don't know the acronym. I was trying to guess. What is that acronym? I was trying to come up with something. FNAF. Five Nights at Freddy's 2? Hey. I think I mentioned it. Did you mention it up and I missed it? Five Nights at Spooky Bear Jumps in Your Face. Is that it? That has been suggested to me to see, and I haven't seen it yet. Okay, so this is fine. I'm just afraid to like commit. I need the one dime needs to be legible. That's very important. Get my smaller lead. So this one is 0.5, I think. This one's 0.3. Try to make these lines smooth. I want it to look, it should look like a flame, not a paintbrush. Urgh. To be fair, it looks kind of paintbrushy on the dime, so I'll excuse myself, I guess. Little Galaxy says, hi, sorry I hate my life. Well, that's a shame and a half. Just hang out, watch me try to draw coins. Maybe that'll soothe your soul. Let's see. These are smooth. I can draw beautiful, but now I can't. Is it from lack of practice? Let's see. I lose all my talents. That can happen. Just hang out on Twitch art channels and maybe it'll inspire you to do stuff more often. It's hard to keep motivated, especially when you're learning and you know how far you have to go. And it's just like, oh my gosh, why can't it just look like that? I'm a real artist before, but now I lose everything. I'm so sorry. Self-employed artists as a career is like not for the faint of heart. Like if I had a kid who said, I want to draw for a living, I'd be like, okay, okay, how can I help? See. This is where the dime starts, so I need a space, and here's where the E is. So let's see how much room I have for the N. Just a tiny bit more. Okay. Little Galaxy, just hang out. Try to relax. Listen to the plinky plunky music. Watch me struggle. Watch me have the problems. You can just hang out and relax. I just keep reminding myself, because I'm like, I'm not exactly painted myself in a corner, but I designed these pages and there's like no getting around. How do you, if you put your character inside a jar, a ball of pennies, you gotta draw pennies. So I'm just, okay, do it. Try to do it in a way where it's not like an eyesore to look at. Like here at the top, there's gonna, or at the bottom in the foreground, there's gonna be like more detail. And then as we go back, less and less to where they're just kind of outlines. So hopefully it helps me to not have to just like draw every single little slice of penny. And it's also not such a bore to look at. It's like, I get it, you can draw coins. In the back, oops, they're just silhouettes. I like to see your stream, but with my work, I think I lost myself because now I'm working 14 to 15 hours. You take care. Thank you so much. That's a lot of hours. That is a lot of hours. Yeah, my heart goes out to you, little galaxy. Let's see. After these pages, Grump's just kind of in his living room. So it kind of snaps back to reality. So I'm thinking if these pages are really cool and like fantastical and interesting lighting, when we get into the dreariness of what is his real life, it'll kind of be the back-to-back scene change will kind of paint a more interesting, more impactful image. Where's the E? There's the M right here. That's a chunky M. Did I spell it right? D-I-M-E. Yes. Hold on. Let's go start a little higher. I squished it. Okay. So this is where my wiggly, shaky hand ruins my lines. I'm gonna call it style. That's right. And was deliberate. Another thing I was considering, so this is how I'm doing the ridges of the pennies, which pennies don't really, like, they're smooth. but they got little nicks and things in them. So this is, if that's how I'm drawing pennies, and the dimes have the ridges, I was thinking of trying to treat it in a different way. So I have like a more defined kind of pattern around them, just so it looks different from all the other pennies. They're very similar in size. Dimes all around a little smaller. So we'll see. Most important, get it done. Just keep going. Like I just need extra space between the letters and this. Erase the whole thing. Here, let me make the ridge so I know how much room I have. Did I? Gonna be like the most rendered thing. This and the toothbrush. You know what I always like? Do you remember Ren and Stimpy? It's just kind of what is it called? Like cell shaded animation. But every once in a while they'd have like some super hyper real, not realistic, but like rendery painted scene of something like really gross. That's what I don't know. I don't think I could pull that off. Not an older panel. I guess I could. Like an inset panel. But then everything else would have to be flat for it to really be something like super contrasty different. Okay, ridge enough. That's fine. And then let me refigure the word dime. like better in some ways and worse. Well, this has considerably more detail added than the last grump you were working on. Oh, did you like the watercolor? The Lost in Tatooine? He ran away. Right, wait, yes. How you doing, Siege? Thanks for coming around. This one? Look at that. This is my favorite part of the red on his outfit. I want the Web of Chaos. How are you? Thank you so much. This little guy is spoken for. Yeah, that looks finished and very nice. Thank you very much. Yeah, so what did I learn here? So Joel was telling me I could have broken up these lines on the way down to give them like a fading into haziness, which I was thinking, yeah, that would have been pretty professional. I was sweating so much though, it was like, I was worried about the suns, let alone the tower line art. You know what? I keep learning the same lesson over and over, which is I could always push the values more, like add more shadows. There's always room for what I'm doing to just throw in a darker shade. That's so cool, says Webcast. All right, back to lurking because I gotta meet some friends for disc golf. Oh, have fun. Thank you for the lurk. Yeah, have a lot of fun. So let's see. Oh, I had a bit of a panic where I realized I did the tape borders around all the sides. And I noticed, and I did all the sky and the sand. And I went over, I think I put sky and sand over everything but the white parts here. But then I realized I totally covered up this spot, so it's gonna have sand color underneath and white underneath this part. And then as I finished it, it's like, doesn't matter at all. This I did just to add a shadow. That's nothing, but I was worried about something that didn't even matter. Yeah, I'm learning a little bit more as I go about watercolor stuff. I'm getting a little better at planning an approach based off of experience because I didn't have any before. And now I have a tiny bit. So it's like, okay, what if I do this? What if I try this? This guy's cute too. Dr. Strange Grump. For no, because I wanted to paint him. I'm so good at making money. Just because I want to. Who asked for it? Nobody. Okay, so I'm gonna write dime one more time. One more time. And by golly, this will be the one. Who said by golly? It got stuck in my head. They called them weird for saying it. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna be weird too. Maybe, let's see. I'm gonna make a little rectangle-y bar, curvy shape. And then I'm gonna split it into 4 pieces, and hopefully that will be the last time I have to write dime. Oh, hi, Kristen. We got hugs and kisses. Okay, let's see. So the halfway spot right there. But wait, D-I-M-E. That's D-I-M-E. But I doesn't need the equal space. Ugh, what is that, kerning or something? Okay, so I'm gonna just guess. I'm back to where I started. D-I, just a little sliver for the I. And then I'll split the middle here for the M-E. Okay. Let's see. Okay. All right, last time. D. I. M. E. The bones are better for sure. I think we're okay. We survived. All right, so let's just beef it up. Hold on. It's a wide stance M. There we go. Phew. Okay. So let's just dig in. Make it darker. You know what movie I thought was super boring? Come to find out it's like nominated for Best Picture or something. Train Dreams. It was just like, okay, it's a story about a man with nothing, well, not nothing happens, but it just kind of ends. And you're like, oh, so that's it, huh? So I guess, all right, if you say so. Nothing good. Some bad happened to him. He doesn't win. Like, what did I just watch here? just slice of life stuff, which is, I guess, fine. But Academy Award nominated? I guess it was unique in that way, so maybe that's good. All right, phew, it says 1 dime for sure. It says 1 dime, 100%. That's a dime. And then I have to figure out what kind of pretend writing is up here. Match how the pennies look. So we're gonna go with like just little evenly spaced divots around the edge there. That's the plan. Okay. My practice paper. Okay, let's see. So I guess I should just start with little lines and then make the lines divots. Just kind of guess at like a curvature type of deal. That looks passable. Okay, so then split the difference. Will that be enough? I mean, it's not the worst thing. It sounds a little thick, that's all. Okay, so then what? One more? How about I just put, let's see. I feel like it needs more than that. 2 inside and then 1 straddling. These are skinnier. Did I make a mistake? One straddling. Those are real close together. Okay. Can I do something with that? Is it too look wobbly? think I could try. Hold on. Okay. So these could be like the depressions. They're too far apart. Okay. So then what? Let's see. Yeah, I guess so. I think it looks like a stylized version of what those ridges actually look like. Definitely different. That one's special. All right. So then, okay, I got a light source coming in somewhere here, and it's gonna hit this. So then I think I should throw a little shadows on this side of these forms. Like on this side, maybe like tiny little core shadow just along the edge. Maybe some what, reflection shadowy? Dark reflections? Is that is that a word? Is that a phrase? Dark reflections? Kind of like this. Find a good example. Okay. Was that the one I was looking at? This one right there. Okay. See how it's got like some just dark bits, dark reflections, something like that. Best dime I've ever drawn my entire life. Let's see. I need a softer pencil. I have all the lead refills, but none of the handles. Try this, and I think when I was doing these letters, I started with just making like little voids until they kind of look like pretend writing. I like to dirty up the rims of the coins. Getting shinier. Dimey. I think it's pretty dimey. Okay. Phew. So then, let's see. Some of these bridges are going to be more shadowy than others. There we go. Dime. Very dime. So then, the rest are pennies. I think I got it, the tails side of the penny down here. Let's see. No, this is the one I like. I like the old style. So yeah, because it says 1 cent. Or a scribble that was meant to be 1 cent. So what did we learn? Make a little curvy rectangle first, and then divide it. Probably goes up a little higher. Should I make the one more visible? Maybe I should curve it out just so that it's more obvious why the dime is special. Okay, so then that's true. What do we got here? All right, so then, let's see, where do I want it to say 1 cent? Maybe the O can start underneath. N, E. That's gonna be weird. That's right. Like that. Okay. Because it's right in this little weird. Maybe I could round this out a little. It's kind of pointy. Hope these letters behave more than the dime letters. Okay, so then what? What else do you have here? Not a whole lot, just the, let's see, that goes, does that go all the way across? My penny is like dirty. Almost goes to the edge, not quite. So right above the T, and I already have a line here. So something like that. Why is there so much room? Oh, because it's like the wrong angle. Okay, look. Here, where's my ruler? Okay, if I'm saying this is where the O ends, and this is where the T ends, so then my that center building should follow that line, and I just went up like that way. That's a little low. I'll fix it. How thick is it? It's like an eighth of a thick. Is it? Maybe. Close enough. So then 1, 2, 3. So then like that thick? Maybe. Cut it off right there. And that, I'm not going to see any of the funky middle part. I gotta cheat that so that way it looks more penny-ish. And then what else do we have? For 10 words, down to this point right here. Okay. Yeah, but I only have to draw like a couple of dimes. That's a lot more than drawing this little building. In Grump Spoon, I have to draw the head side of the dime. Because I already said, page 1, that the tails side faces the handle on both of these. So handle's down, he's holding it. So that's gotta be heads. Just decided. All right, so let's make the letters stick out. on. That goes right there. This point gets beefier right here. Okay. Let's see. Let's trim you down. Nice tangent there. Well, oh well. It's a load-bearing penny. I'm like in concentration mode. This is usually when I snap a pencil lead. That's hurting my little finger. Hold on. These things aren't the best, but they're better than nothing. RG Boss, MIDI speaking on me and my art, very cynical. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, you see? It's right there. It's no fun. Art hurts. How you doing, RG Boss? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I like that. Okay. And you just go around. And I don't know if you're supposed to really pull it tight. Is that the problem I'm having? And then the end somehow you're supposed to tuck in. Okay. So this is how it starts. And then like this is how it ends up. Just like gets floppy, slips out. Okay. It is better. It's just gonna loosen up in time. Oh, those are the grippy things on there. Yeah, it works really well for like a day, and then it starts slipping off, and then you just have to keep rewinding it around, and it gets a little see how nice and shiny and clear this one is? It's like jelly, and this one is just kind of not. So I guess I didn't see a colored one. Maybe I got a tinted one. Wouldn't be as obvious. What it? Unused spiral. I'm sure they have all kinds of these. Then there's this one. But I used it for... Oh, I guess I got this. I put it on a lead holder, which I'm using to hold nibs. But I have this one that I could just pull off. We'll see. I've seen different kinds before. Most of them always end up worn out after a while. Yeah, this is my first time using them, and I don't use my I don't use these nib holders often enough to have an opinion on this style. They definitely don't look like they're gonna fall. I think that's why I don't use them, because they're so hard to pull off and on. So feels nice though. Hey BT, how are you? John Coyne's here like a champion. Let's see. How have you been? What are you doing? So here's the coveted dime that they're keeping an eye out for in all these pennies. Oh, I'm streaming early today. Doing great, because we're going to see a movie tonight, and I don't know what it is. You'll get some screenings, and a lot of times they have Q&As at the end. So we saw, last week we saw Send Help, and Sam Raimi was there answering questions. He's funny. He actually was like one of the best interviews that we got to see. Q&As are one of those things. Been trying to stay warm. Is it really cold? Our apartment's cold, but outside it's warm. That's not the temperature, that's my heart rate. Thank you. Hold on, let's see. My watch takes forever to like catch up with, to display the current temperature. It's not 68. There's no way it's 68. That's cold for me. It was warmer when we were out and about today. -1 outside. 1 second. Yeah, Siege, I want a full weather report right now. I want to know what you guys are all experiencing, because right now I need a dose of reality. If I'm complaining about 68 degrees, 66, you guys need to agree. Watch and phone. You need to be on the same page. Let's see. High of 1, low of -7. Let's see. -7 Celsius is equal to 19.4 Fahrenheit. You're in Texas? It's 19 degrees in Texas? I keep forgetting that Texas gets that cold. -1. -33. Brr. Wait, that's 1. Minus, I said minus. 30 degrees. That's really, really cold. Do you have like cocoa or something? You guys are in cocoa temperatures. Barely above freezing, maybe 50 Fahrenheit. I'd be surprised though. Texas is getting a crazy cold front, says MPT. The Texas government is in denial that they get that cold. Yeah, I always think of Texas and hot, dry land. But then every year I hear about them having problems with extra cold stuff. Yep, we're getting battered right now. Cold fronts coming down over the plains states. Have nothing to stop or slow them down. Oh, I see. And Texas utility companies are just in denial. Yeah, they've got an interesting setup, how they do their utilities. No issues this year. Good. I'm glad to hear it, Siege. I like to see videos of pets experiencing the snow. Some of them they're into it. They're like, just do that little hoppy kind of thing, bounding above the snow drifts. And then others, those pictures like you see of my cat's experience in the snow, and it's just 2 paw prints on the door jamb, and then that's it. Like, I'm not going any further. I think that's really cute. Texas generally isn't connected to the other 47 states. A few places, but not most. I think the coldest I've ever felt was when we were doing videography stuff in Kyoto at some of those shrines, and we were trying to get up super early to beat the crowds. And then maybe it was like low 30s Fahrenheit, and my fingers were like hurting because they were so cold. Then I went for some ice cream. They had the Hokkaido milk ice cream, like the real stuff. They're trying to bring that out here, and some of them, I don't believe you. I don't believe you. I think you're using the name, but you're not using the milk. Your cows aren't happy. I don't know what the deal is with Hokkaido cows. They're just happy and making good milk. Well fed or something. There's a place close to us. I'm like drooling thinking of ice cream. It's matcha tea and Hokkaido milk soft serve. But it's not really Hokkaido milk soft serve. They make it, they put like a caramel flavoring or something. They're trying to make it taste like it. They didn't do it. Yeah, I hope it doesn't happen, Siege. I hope you don't have like some crazy ice problem that messes with your frozen pipes and all that stuff. That's dangerous. So it's beyond being uncomfortable. Okay, so then I gotta figure out my pretend words. Maybe we'll see like just the beginning little hint of the little stripedy parts in that building. Indigo Cow in Japantown, I think it's called, in West LA. That is the closest that I've ever had here for Hokkaido milk soft serve. It's like what we had in the subway, and that's fine by me. How goes the work today? So far, so good. I was happy. I got a lot of this stuff figured out. So this page is pretty much figured out. I just need to do this like dig in line to make the actual final decisions on all these things that it's more than a layout, but it still needs like to be finished. So that's good. And then I got one more page in the sequence, and then we're out of the bottle. We're out of the bottle. So I'm happy about that. I'm happy about, oh, you didn't see. MPT, did you see me do the watercolor, any part of the watercolor grump lost in Tatooine thing? Finished it. Do you want to see it? I showed everybody else, but you just got here. Do I still have like the layout here? Yeah, okay. So here is my layout. Oh, yes, please. So there's the layout. I drew it in pencil, scanned it. I used Photoshop to make like proper circles, and then I lightboxed that onto my Arches Rough watercolor paper. And then tried my very best to not mess up. And so here it is. Look at that. Look at that. So he's the shock trooper version of a stormtrooper because he's got some red stuff here. So I wanted to throw in some red, pop him out to the foreground. It was a commission, right? Yeah, it is. So he, it's one of those commissions where they're like, just do your thing. Like, oh, okay. And I noticed that they like a collection of things. So I incorporated them into this. Thank you so much, MPT. Yeah, this was the most stressful part, but it was the first thing I did, so it was kind of over with quickly. This one was my favorite part. It was easy, it went by fast, and it kind of looks exactly how I was picturing it. That's always fun. It doesn't happen very often where something you're picturing, you actually paint it or draw it that way. Yeah. There it is. I don't think he watches the streams, so I've been counting on that. Want to see it, see if he's surprised. I'm going to give it to him this weekend. So we'll see. No backsies. It's done. See, look, it already came apart. You see this? I guess I could get one of those little triangular tubular squishies instead. So I'm gonna pull it real tight. Hold on. And then try to stretch it and tuck. Stretch and tuck. Stretch. I can't do it. That's too tight. Okay, hold on. Not that tight. Stretch and tuck. Okay. You need like a cellophane that you can shrink wrap with heat real quick. Oh yeah, I got the gun. I already have the gun. I've seen those. They use them to collect cables, right? I've seen it in black. I don't want black. I bet you they have other colors, but then what happens if I apply that amount of heat to this plastic barrel? It doesn't take a bunch of heat. Hold on, let's see. So what's your favorite way to try to stay warm? I think I like cocoa or not iced tea, hot tea. I don't think, I used to be able to drink a ton of coffee. Now it's basically, I could just drink 2 cups and then I'm done. But tea is, that one I could do a lot of. I can't wear enough blankets, and I can't work covered in blankets. Oh girl, in Japan we have kotatsu. What's kotatsu? Siege says, not a freakish construction work, one just for hair would be enough. Hey, you've seen my heat gun, right? I actually have one. Is alcohol cheating? No, no, that's actually effective. Wait, is it effective, or do you just think you just feel better, but you're not actually better? Okay, hold on. So here's my heat gun. There's many like it, but this one's mine. This is what I use for. So if you're a heat gun, are you stoked that you're drawing watercolor? Or is it like, oh, my friends are like doing like manly stuff? Who said like watercolors could be manly? That's not, don't gendify watercolors. So yeah, I'm prepared. I have half of the equation. No, alcohol is not effective and is cheating. You'll just die happier, I guess. I don't know. Okay, hold on. We're Google. Oh wait, it's basically a table with a heating element underneath, and a blanket goes under the table part to keep it warm in. MPT, you're kidding me. That's a thing? Ah, table with a heating element underneath. That is perfect, and a blanket goes under the table part to keep the warmth in. Ah, what? Do they ship to California? But, hold on. Wow, I've never heard of that thing before. That sounds perfect. Coat. Atsu. Table, even finished. Oh, look at that. Hold on, hold on. Oh, let's see. Here. Amazon. Oh my goodness, it's like a little fort. Let's see. Yeah, look at. Oh, whoa. 1,000. Okay, whoops. $1,000. Oh, look at it though. Oh. And then you just put your little tootsies under there while you're drawing on the coffee table looking thing. Oh my goodness. So that's just one. I'm sure there are all kinds of designs. I swear, if we ever move back to the US, I'm shipping our Kotatsu back. Yeah, I've never heard of those before. It looks perfect. Oh, alcohol is exactly that. Too long, didn't read it. Lets your body heat out of your core into your extremities. Therefore, you lose heat faster from alcohol, even if you feel warm. Oh, it's like the last part of feelings before you die of hypothermia. You're like, no, this is fine. I feel great. Dead. It's so easy just to stay under the kotatsu and get any work you need done at the table. I can imagine I wouldn't leave. You could even get your art. That's the first thing I thought of. Yeah. Draw an art on that thing whilst my tootsies are toasty. If not alcohol, then I love one heavy meal to stuff me. Yeah, like a good stew or something. And a cozy hangout spot. When our friends visited 2 Christmases ago, we just stayed under the kotatsu, eating and chatting. The table of decadence. What is that? What it means? You have it in quotation marks. Is that the translation? Different designs and sizes, says MPT, and different blankets you can get depending on your style. Of course, right? Of course. stew, chili, steak, fajitas, generally heavy meats, lots of carbs too. Yeah, that sounds good. Yeah, that table. You can eat your stew on the kotatsu. What was it? You can eat the stew on the kotatsu. Ugh. There you are. Solved. The warming problem has been solved. Can't beat a good stew. Yeah, I agree. I have a couple of good recipes. You just Google them and then make minor adjustments. So it's not like some fancy hand-me-down recipe, but after you make them a couple of times and you can adjust stuff to your liking, then it's like the perfect thing. No, just a reference to some anime manga novels that explain kotatsu to foreigners. Oh, okay. Belle and I have been eating dinner at the kotatsu while watching The Expanse every night since it got cold. That's a great series. Yeah, stew is a general recipe with personal twist. Yeah, it's like I mean, anybody can mess anything up, but it's, see, if we start with like have a good starting point and just go from there. Yum. I was looking up like a beef pot roast with balsamic vinaigrette because we're trying to look for a recipe that didn't have tomatoes, but you still kind of need that acidic sweetness kind of thing. So that was one of the things that looked promising, and it actually is really good. Minimum 1 meat, 3 veggies equals soup, and thickener. Yeah, almost there. Yeah, yeah. I never really have the time to cook something long enough. Well, that's not true. You put it in a slow cooker for however long. You can just 8 hours. You don't have to do anything. But sometimes you need to add a little flour to thicken some of the liquid. You can always add citrus and honey without tomato. Citrus and honey? That sounds like for tea. Citrus. Honey, like a chicken stew. That's a 20-minute step, maybe tops. You can pull that off. Thank you. We have this white chicken chili recipe that we make too. This one we just do the super easy way. I go and buy shredded chicken from the supermarket. You can even get like, well, you could roast your own chicken if you want. You could buy a roasted chicken and shred the meat yourself. But it's kind of like, I don't want to spend that much time. So I go and get the shredded chicken. You squish like white, maybe, was it? Northern beans. And then I grill ancho chilies. It makes my apartment smell like my grandma's house. So it just smells so good to roast those chilies. Dice them up and throw them in. Well, tomato is acidic, the citrus, yeah. And honey to counter the acid, yep, without being basic white sugar, yes. Yeah, it sounds interesting. It's like it would be a nice variation if we get sick of our other recipes. Instant Pot does make stews and soups pretty quickly. Yeah, we have a Ninja pressure cooker, slow cooker thing. Same thing, different brand, right? Ew, white beans, really, Siege? What are your thoughts on lentils? What about messing with tomatillo instead of tomato. Depends, like it's like an allergy thing, so we're just trying to stay away from it. Yeah, I don't like white beans in general. Why? I'm curious. You know what I'm not that into? Ancho chilies. But in cooking them, it's like I'm not interested in the bite that they have, like their flavor, but roasting them smells so good to me. So, and then you mix it with all the other stuff. It kind of just, it matches and it tastes pretty good. You know what makes me angry though? Onions. I get mad. I have to cut them. They're just so, they're jerks. They make your eyes run, and so I just cut them angrily and I throw them in the pot. And then by the time it's done cooking, you can't even taste them. It just kind of blends in, but get out of here with the onions. Love lentil soup. That said, it's my only experience with lentil. White bean flavor and texture. Shudders. No, thank you. Really? My palate is less refined than yours because I don't really taste that much of a difference. Maybe I'm not getting the right ones. Maybe I am getting the right ones. I don't know. We used to get uncooked beans, like in their rock state from some bean monger. I don't know. They were fancy beans. And I couldn't tell the difference after they were cooked, so I was like, I'll just get the ones from the store. I forgot what the store's name was. Sando beans or something? Oh, let's see. Steve Sando. Rancho Gordo. Okay, Rancho Gordo. Beans and greens for a hearty salad. Salad? Maybe. They're so pretty. Like, before you cook them and then you cook them and they're just all bean looking. Looks over at the Coors Light. Less refined, right? The Coors Light being your stay warm strategy though, right? It's purposeful. Okay, hold on. So this is going to be in shadow. Oh, what did I block my whole thing? Okay. We're going to finish the... I made 2 coins. Whoa, I'm just rocking and rolling. Look at me. Proficient. Productive. Prolific. Yeah, I have to leave early today, so I'm gonna get this penny done and then ski-daddle. I'll let you know if we get any what do you call it? Souvenirs? I do like my Send Help hat. It's cheap. It's a cheap bucket hat, but it would be good for if I ever go swimming. I could just put that on and it doesn't matter if it gets wet. That's exactly why I'm drinking Coors. It's a nasty beer, but if it's cold, it's alcohol at least. A little something like that. Okay, let's do these little rims. It's slipping again. I don't know. Give me that shrink wrap. Garlic makes me angry too. That's easier to ignore in a recipe, but I just don't like how it makes your fingers stinky. So I'll take the little papery coverings off of them and I'll put them in like in between some cellophane, and I'll get the regular hammer, like an actual hammer, and just hit them. They just go, and then you're done. And you got to play with the hammer. What are you talking about? I'm talking about my culinary mastery. What do you mean? I make a minced garlic with a hammer. So I'll get a trivet. This is like very, very specific. Get a trivet, like a nice thick cork trivet. Then a couple of things of cellophane, but inside you have the garlic nuggets, garlic cloves. Take the skins off of them. She's talking about her hammer. And you take a hammer and you just go at it. It's fun for the whole family. All I heard was wrap it in cellophane and smash it with the hammer. Yeah. If I ever get like a kitchen mallet, it's just nothing's gonna hold the candle to that hammer. Just the weight of it, you know? Yeah, I hate cooking, but I like eating good stuff, so. Oops, there you go. All right, so then this rim should match, I guess, this kind of stuff right there. You can see it. Sort of agree about the kitchen mallet compared to a hammer. They must have like big ones, heavy ones, right? It's not the kind of thing you would just like, I don't know, at the supermarket, just buy the little little tiny one that they have there. Okay, so then let's see. What? Oh, hold on. But the chat I'm looking at didn't show me the Automod stuff. Oh, look at that. Juicy. What are you doing over there? Oh, I see what you said there. You know what? I'm feeling spicy. I'll allow it. Yeah, dishes when you're making your own stuff, it's like all the spoons and all different sizes of bowls, weird utensils. It's a lot of cleaning. Okay. Oops, wrong thing. All right, 2 full coins. They're pristine, beautiful, shiny. How many coins do you think is on this page? How many coins do you think are in this page? So many. All right. Too many? Yeah, that's a ton. We're almost out of this. One more page of coin madness, and then we're out. Making the mess is always more fun. That is true, MPT. But at least cleaning it halfway is enjoyable with food. Just lick the plate and put it back. I won't tell. Okay, so I'm gonna have to run. Time to go. Yeah, there it is. I will, let's see. I do this in the Discord. Just in case, I'm not sure if I'll stream tomorrow. Thank you so much for hanging out, Chris. I appreciate it. We have a convention of sorts coming up in the weekend. Swarmfest in Arizona, Mesa, Arizona. So I might be busy, I might not, but I will definitely post in the Discord if I'm going to stream. So let's press that one. All right, look at that, everything works. So with that said, I will say goodbye to you and go stand in line to watch a cool movie screening, and I'll let you know, if not tomorrow, next week, if I got any cool movie swag or something like that. Swag? Shadow, thank you so much. All right, Siege and everybody else, I appreciate it. See you guys later. Thank you. Bye-bye.